Okay, I think we are officially live. Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Joan Zahra Dark. I am so excited to be your host for our second Nibbiting Fest event of the day and our first edition of our Minicomic Award show pre-show, you might call it. This is our Minicomic Award nominees reading event. I'm so excited to have a few of our amazing Minicomic Award nominees joining us here, either live or with pre recorded segments that they're bringing in to show off some of these amazing comics that folks have gotten nominated for ahead of the awards festival that we have, that Cartoons United has running next Saturday, May 30th. Really, really awesome stuff. Um, I am gonna try and keep us on time today. I think we have 9 readers, so I think we'll be in pretty good shape for keeping everything going. And yeah, I think we'll be good to go. We have a few folks joining us live, and then I think the majority of our readers will be joining us via pre recorded video. But so I will start with folks that are uh, joining us for the event live. Ellery Theta Extens is an illustrator from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They are inspired to draw by birds, crackly old folk music recordings, and bizarre animals, humans especially. Ellery, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. All right, I'm gonna share my comic here. This is called the Eddystone Light. Here we go. And she sang lit doodle lit doodle lit doodle dee. And she hidlande dee, and she hidlande dee, and she lande. Fish seek shelter when they sense a storm coming. Finfolk are much the same way, and Sigrun and I hadn't seen any of Ma's friends in so long. You understand, right? Hmm. Greek? Lord, you scared me. Sorry. Whenever you need a rest, you should come down and say hello to everyone. And you make sure to get a bit of sleep so you can take over for me in the morning. I can do that. Miss you. I miss you too. Right then, what chant shall we hear next? Sigrun, I. Roar! Holy Father, not again. Not to worry. I'll have a candle lighted in a moment. Sigrun, we should talk. Oh, you shabbaroon! The party is downstairs, dear. Daryl! You would dismiss your own sister? Just like that? Cadorfina? Indeed. I haven't seen you in years. The three Hall sisters, 30 years ago. I don't understand. What has become of you? Are you wearing my clothes? Ha 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 ha. Well, yes, I had to borrow some of your clothes and cutlery to make myself more presentable. After I heard that the Eddystone Lighthouse was offering shelter from the coming storm to Finfolk, I had a friend bring me over from the mainland. This is what I have become. My old body is still here, made into a paste and sealed with clarified butter. That's terrible. It is no more of a half-life than being the daughter of a mermaid and a mortal was. So far I have rather enjoyed this new form. Sigrun tells me you think that a spirit may already reside here. Yes, we think it may be our father. Have you spoken to him? Has he to you? So far, he speaks to us about as much as he did while alive. Hardly at all, then. Whoosh! Lord, not again. Perhaps I can speak to him, one spirit to another. Our duty is to mariners. Duty is to mariners. Duty is to mariners. Caterfina, what is happening? I'm not entirely sure that is Pa. Some part of him is there, but I think part of this spirit is the lighthouse itself. My duty, your duty, our duty. It is not to the sea foam, not to finned whores and baggage. Fish die in storms. It is just nature. This vessel is just as much mine as it is yours. I've lived on this slab of rock my whole life. When the old Eddystone burned down, I helped lay the concrete for your new body. And did not light all those damn candles for me. Not for you. They are for any idiots out there trying their luck in the tempest. Sailors die in storms. It is just nature. Now you can pull your weight and keep those candles lit, or you can leave us living lighthouse keepers in peace. My girl. Whoosh. Do you think he understood that? I think we should go make up for lost time with our sister. Yo ho, here's a tale. Grr. Need to check on the wicks? Yeah, I'll be back in a short while. Let me. My shift starts soon enough. Wait! Give us some instruction, and I'm sure we could lend a hand too. Let us repay your hospitality. Pa would hate to see this. What? His daughter's getting rest for once in their lives. He'll get used to it. The end. There we go. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Give it up one more time for Ellery. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Love a good fishy comic. Uh all right. I am gonna keep us moving right along and introduce our next reader. Linda Liu is an author, illustrator, and designer with a taste for tactile textures, saucy shapes, and palatable palettes. She uses her light, playful aesthetic to balance out deeper narrative concepts, exploring social, emotional learning, and the human condition. Linda, so glad to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm gonna share my screen in just a second. Okay, and let me know if you can see my comic okay. Yep,
Looks good.
great, thank you. Then I'll get started. My comic is called We Were Just Playing Pretend. My love is someone no one else can see. She lives in my heart, buried 6 feet deep. My love is real, but no one else agrees. She only appears when they're all asleep. Oh, I'm having some issues getting to the next page. Excuse me for a second. Okay, I'm going to try sharing again. All right, continuing now. Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. So I don't speak of her at the dinner table, which never has an open seat for her. You're not a child. Grow up. You're too old for fables. Such callous words my heart cannot endure. Instead, I hide my love in the closet, under the bed, between pages of books. Without her near, I fear I would lose it, so I tuck her away from prying looks. Behind closed doors, we get to be free. I'm myself with her. She's more me than me. When I'm with you, I don't want to come out. Stay forever. They don't have to find out. Should history books label us as friends? It's okay. Let them think we were just playing pretend. Okay, that's it.
All right. Thank you so much, Linda. That what a what a stunning piece. Really glad to have that shared. Um, yeah, thank you so much. If folks want to drop links for our live readers for where they can find you online, where they can find more of your work as well, please feel free to go ahead and do that in the Zoom chat. We'll be doing the same for our folks that are joining for our pre-recorded readings, which we're gonna go ahead and get into now. Um, our first or our first next reader joining us via pre-recorded video. That worked out. Athena Naylor is a cartoonist writing and drawing in Washington, D.C. Her autobiographical work has been featured in Natbrit and the Washington Post, and in 2021, she received an honorable mention from the Chicago Alternative Comics Expo Cake for the Cupcake Award. While unable to attend this reading in person, they're thrilled that their most recent mini comic, Nino, has been nominated by Cartoonists United for this award and wants to thank everyone for tuning in and listening. So we're going to be getting this video queued up. We're going to be relying a little bit on our live audience for making sure our audio setup is okay. We might need to do a little bit of troubleshooting, but we'll double check this real quick. Okay. Making sure everyone can see the video that's overlaid right now. Okay, great. We'll go ahead.
Anyone out there? Yeah, it's Nino. He suddenly appeared March 29th, 2020, the day the power went out. I went outside to see if it was just us or if the entire neighborhood was affected. He seemed to be doing the same. I thought about asking him about the power or making a light joke to introduce myself. But something about his demeanor suggested that he didn't want to interact. So I didn't. My roommate wasn't home. Shit, okay, try not to open the fridge too much until the power's back. My diabetes meds are in there. Got it. The power outage continued. And continued. And continued. Slam. Pour. Slump. The power outage lasted over 5 hours. I'm sure that compounded the frustration of quarantine and being alone and watching someone eat a better meal and, well, there are so many logical ways to explain it. But the feeling felt beyond logic, deeper and more primal in its sudden intensity. God, I fucking hate that guy. The next day, you hate the neighbor across the alley? The old lady? No, there's some guy living with her now. And you hate him? Yes. And why do you hate him? It's hard to explain. He just has this face and like obnoxious frat boy clothes and it's a vibe thing, Emily. You have to see it to understand it. I don't know, Athena. You seem pretty obsessed. Maybe. You're secretly in love. Emily. No. Soon. Wait, that's him? Yep. Wow, he has a really punchable face. Friends, he really did. We named him after our least favorite character on our favorite show, My Brilliant Friend. Oh God, there he is. Ugh. Nino. Fucking Nino. Wait, that's what we should call him. Who? The guy, the neighbor you hate. Nino. Oh my God, that's brilliant. My brilliant friend. Fucking Nino. Is it? Yeah. It really bothers you, doesn't it? Strangely, it does. Maybe it's because he's always out there doing nothing. Maybe it's because he dresses like a fucking Republican. True. Listen, it's not our fault our window directly faces their balcony and kitchen. Where else are we supposed to look? What, you want to rear window it? No. You know, I do have a telephoto lens. Athena, no. Should we close the blinds for a break and privacy? Oh, but the sunlight. You see Nino today? Yeah, in the morning. Nino? Mm-hmm. Grilling. Did you see? There's a woman now. Yeah. I saw her when I was trying to read outside yesterday. She kept talking so loudly, though. I had to go in. She sounded kinda obnoxious. Oh, totally. Bad vibes. Do you think she and Nino are dating? That's what I wondered, too. I don't think so, though. I agree, it doesn't seem that way. Nobody should be dating Nino anyway. Athena. Wait, I got it. Nino and the girl, their brother and sister. They must have moved back in with their mom for quarantine. Of course, that makes so much sense. That must be it. But if they're family, it's strange we never see them together. Not if they can't stand each other. Athena! No, seriously, haven't you noticed Nino only grills for himself? And it's always some obnoxiously red meat heavy meal. I require my manly proteins and curated wines. I bet his mom and sister are like vegan or vegetarian or something. Please help us make a salad. And he refuses to cook for them. 'Cause God forbid he take anyone else into consideration. God, what a selfish asshole. Oh, so like, you hate him, huh? Huh? What are you talking about? I was just joking. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. I keep seeing all these news articles about neighborly love. Like, sure, the pots and pans for medical workers, but also the personal essays on community outreach, on building COVID bubbles, the stories of strangers in Italy having neighborhood music nights from their apartment balconies. And here I am, hating our neighbor for no good reason. Like, why? Because he's in my sightline existing? We don't even know his name. I think I have to confront the fact that I may be a bad person. I don't think you're a bad person, Athena. I think we're all just humans going through a particularly hard time. Huh. When was the last time we saw Nino? He couldn't have been around more than the first few months of the pandemic. I'm stir crazy. Want to go for a walk? Sure, I'll grab our masks. Eventually, we just started seeing him and his sister less and less, until we stopped seeing Nino at all. But sometimes, 2024. Hey, do you ever think about Nino? Who? Nino, the guy who lived across the alleyway from us during quarantine? Oh, that guy you hated. Yeah, okay, sure. Nino. God, I had totally forgotten about him. Wait, why? Do you think about him? I guess, sometimes, yeah. But that's probably only because of the last time I remember seeing him. Oh? What happened the last time you saw him? It was just strange. I'd seen him sit at that patio table for so many weeks, but that day he was sitting on the ground, doing something on his laptop. Huh, what was he doing? He was watching Naruto. Oh, BB, you're gonna have to tell me what that is. It's an anime M. I used to watch it all the time with my dad. And he was watching it on the ground? I guess that's a little weird, right? How long had we watched him either grilling or eating or staring into space on that balcony? He had a routine. He didn't deviate. And then suddenly he does something totally different and seemingly random. And then that's the last time I end up seeing him? I never see him do it again? I'll never know why he was on the ground watching Naruto. Guess not. But why was he on the ground watching Naruto? Why is he on the ground watching Naruto? Thank you so much for listening.
Perfect. That was so great. Thank you again, Athena, for that wonderful piece. So glad to have you sharing it with us. That mini comic again was Nino by Athena Naylor, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop a link for where you can find more from Athena as well in the chat here. All right. Moving ahead to our next reader, Tyler Solomon is an author, illustrator, and general pleasure to have in class. They currently live in Portland, Oregon, where they spend their days writing comics, drawing comics, and thinking about comics. It's a living, and they love it. Let's go ahead and get this queued up. All right, here we go.
Hello, I'm author and illustrator Tyler Solomon, and today I'm going to be doing a reading of my comic, Can You Find Elisa May? There's another one. Whatever is on our screen, it is not Elisa May. It is a sick, perverted copy. It's a disgusting fake. We've already run out of time. It's massacred her name, her perfect face, her stunning smile. When you hear its wicked breathing, when you see its strange movements. I care because Elisa May is my friend. We've spoken often. I notice because she is dear to me, to us all. And she is wrong, so terribly wrong. But still. Hey guys, welcome to my humble abode. Let's fresh. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't want any of this shit anymore. Out with the old, in with the new. That's what they say, right? That's fun to watch, right? Oh, no. What a horrible disappointment. Elisa, what are you doing? You thought that would work? That pathetic display? This is how you help a rambling plea to nothing and no one? Elisa, no. Is she truly that much better? that you'd abandon me so quickly. No, no, Elisa, listen. It is a leech on your memory. People will know. I put my trust in you. Elisa needs us. The copy keeps her somewhere dark. Remember when we first spoke? On your birthday. I loved all your devotions to me, every like, every reply. I read each one. That's why I picked you out of all others to speak to. Now you leave me to rot. Rot? Rot. And only you will notice the difference. How much of me are you willing to lose? When she is gone, I follow her shadow. Adelisa, Adelisa, Adelisa May. Welcome back to the Elisa May Show, everybody's favorite. Did you see it? The Elisa May situation is wild. I'm sure you saw it. I'm sure 1.2 million of you saw it. Did you ever care for me? Was any of your devotion real? Well, here's one more for the show. What have I done to deserve this? A sneaky peeky of the next Vixels video just for you. Think of the title, this slow death. Elisa May admits to drinking $2 shit wine. You are dooming me to execution to follow. Elisa May makes fool of herself in City Park. It will subsume every scrap until even you see it as me. Then it will continue dragging my body through this strange performance. Elisa May lets us all down. There's no more time left. Fuck 'em. Who even needs them, right? Who needs anyone when I've got you? It's really beautiful here. That's not very fair, is it? I'm not hard to find. The nerve of some people, right? To think they know you, to think they know us. She thinks you're not a real fan. At Elisa May 22, you think I don't know how she smiles, how she laughs, how she speaks? You think I don't know her? You think you're such a Lisa experts, like any of you know me, like your sigma cum fucking lauda at Elisa May you. Well, guess what? There is no Elisa May, not anymore. She is gone. There's only me now, and she's never coming back. Never, ever, never, ever. I was so beautiful here. Please don't go. Please, I take it all back. Please don't. Please don't. Thank you for watching.
Oh, what an incredible piece. Elisa May. Thank you so much, Tyler, for that amazing reading. If you want to find more from Tyler, you can find them online at Instagram at their handle Spooksyerr. That's SPOOKSIERR. Let me do that same for Athena. Also, you can find them at Instagram at athena.naylor as well if you're reading and want that pronounced out loud. Yeah, just phenomenal work. Thank you so much. All right. We will keep it going. We still have a few more amazing readers to show off tonight. Our next nominee, George Totkus, has been making crunk comics for 27 years with some breaks. One of which being when he put his main character into a story loop, into the shape of the human circulatory system. Here now to bring up this reading of another crunk comic, we have George Totkus. Get this cued.
Grunk number 8. by George Stodkis. You know, it's been over a year now since I've been to the dentist. I've got an insurance plan that covers 2 cleanings a year. I even have a book that lists the dentists in my area who will cover my cleaning completely. There's no sense in waiting around. Boop, boop, op, eep, op, boop. I'd like to set up an appointment. The next week. Hi, my name's Jeff Benso. I have an appointment for 1 p.m. today. Yes, Jeff. Dr. McNamara will be with you shortly. Jeff Benso? Hi, Jeb. I'm Dr. McNamara. Nice to meet you. Now, Jeb, I'm not sure how you're used to having things done when you get a cleaning, but here's how we do things here. I'll put a mild numbing solution in your mouth, and then a pink disclosing solution, which will show me the problem areas in your mouth. Is that okay with you? Yeah, sure. Now let's see. You've got a pretty mouth. Who was your dentist before? I don't remember the name. Yes, that's a pretty mouth. Here's that numbing solution I was telling you about. Switch this and spit. When you ride the chair more, you'll know to wear glasses. You can spit now. Is everything all right? There's an awful lot of blood. Well, a little blood is usually common for most people. I know, but there's usually not that much of it. Are you a learned man, Jep? Do you want me to get academic on you? Sure. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. So, do you want to continue the cleaning, or should I explain further? Let's continue the cleaning.
Perfectly timed cliffhanger. Incredible. Thank you so much again to George for sharing a little preview of another Crunk comic. You can find more of George's work over at Instagram at George Totkus, GeorgeTautkus. Really glad to have George reading with us. Awesome. All right. I'm getting things ready for another reader here. Okay. Our next nominee, Skiles Roberts Salvador, is originally from Carversville, Pennsylvania, and enjoys using the comic medium to explore themes of childhood innocence, whimsy, and the surreal. She's currently a senior at Middlebury College and looks forward to beginning her MFA at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago in the fall and moving to the city. Chicago mention. Awesome. We'll get this queued up from Skiles. Here we go.
Hi everyone, my name is Skiles. It's an honor that my comic Jersey was nominated in the fiction category for the Minicomic Award. I'm sad that I cannot attend and read live, but I will be graduating college on that day or this day for you. So I will be coming to you from my dorm room and we'll be reading a section of Jersey, which is a comic that tackles themes of magical thinking and childhood and kind of the surrealism slash whimsy that comes with being a young person. And I recently was able to compile a bunch of my comics into book form, which is so awesome. Jersey's in here, but I will be reading it digitally. So let me begin. Lovely. Uh, Jersey by Skiles Robert Salvador. It was 5:53 and Jersey's mama's ramshackle old Subaru still hadn't snaked its way onto the blacktop behind Our Lady of Perpetual Hope Regional Catholic School. Now only Jersey and Miss Lorraine remained. They sat together on cement steps beneath a sun-blanched awning. There they could escape the drip of morning snow turned slush and the darkness that comes with early December nights. Miss Lorraine was shivering in a thin cardigan, her thick arms wrapped around herself. She was talking on and on, something about money wasted on a sick purebred puppy. Jersey wasn't listening. Instead, she was thinking of the photo Miss Lorraine had shown her of her pink newborn baby and how it reminded her of when her mama had told her that there had once been two Jerseys in her belly before they had turned into one. She told Jersey that this meant she would get less lonely than other people. Miss Lorraine paused what she was saying to give Jersey's mama another call. It rang until voicemail. Jersey heard her own voice tell Miss Lorraine to leave a message. It's all right, Miss Lorraine. I know the way home. What road do you live on? Half Moon. That's a 20-minute hike, Jersey. Is not. Not even 10 when you walk the way I know to. Sniff. I walk to school all by myself in the mornings. Miss Lorraine didn't respond right away. She was only half illuminated by the orange glow of a nearby street lamp, and Jersey thought the light made her face look sort of scary and strange. We'll wait until 6. Miss Lorraine was a nice enough lady. She had worked at the Our Lady of Perpetual Hope Regional Catholic School after-school program for 7 years now and would bring in powdered lemonade and ribbon candies on Fridays. She had sat with Jersey as parents had come by to pick up all the other children, and then some after that once the program had ended and was only them and the Boy Scout troop that met in the gymnasium left. She would have driven Jersey home herself if she had a car to drive her in, but Miss Lorraine took the bus home, and 6 o'clock came around quick. Miss Lorraine had Jersey trace out her route home 4 times on the soft pad of her palm, and then 5 on her own. She zipped her up and told her that she would make it home safe because she had asked God to watch over her. She then gave Jersey a hug that folded the girl into her neck. Jersey thought Miss Lorraine smelled like swimming pool. And although it was dark out, and Jersey had to walk on the side of the road with no sidewalk for a stretch, the girl wasn't afraid. Miss Lorraine didn't know this, but Mama and her consciousness had not been severed uh, after Jersey was birthed like most babies, so she was able to keep track of her always, tender and all-knowing. That's what Mama had told her. Because of this, she made sure to never think any thought that was too awful, so Mama wouldn't have to think it too. But sometimes those kind of thoughts snuck in, so Jersey would have to perform her special thought-deleting ritual that included crossing her fingers and holding her breath. Jersey really didn't mind walking home on her own because she knew she would pass by the gas station where Mr. Wayne would give her free popcorn from behind the counter. As she approached, the bright overhead lights above the pumps interrupted the darkness of night and illuminated damp the fog, making the gas station appear mysterious and beautiful. Outside, teenagers smoked and cursed. Jersey imagined the gas station to be a watering hole, and them wild cats and dogs. But instead of kind Mr. Wayne, it was Mrs. Diane behind the counter. She was the kind of lady who hopes hell is full, and was certainly not in the business of giving out free popcorn. Where's your mama, Jersey? Jersey didn't respond. She was busy pressing buttons on the soda machine. You staying out of trouble? Where's Mr. Wayne? Doesn't work Mondays. Your mama know you're here? Jersey didn't respond. She knew Mrs. Diane was too dumb to understand that Mama always knew where she was because she was with her all the time. Her attention had turned to a shelf of packaged pound cakes and sweet rolls, frosted and everlastingly moist, embalmed in plastic. Little Debbie, in her pretty plaid dress and hat. Jersey had worked up quite the appetite playing Ghosts in the Graveyard in the baseball fields of Our Lady of Perpetual Hope Regional Catholic School. She thought about how easy an oatmeal cream pie would fit under the palm of her wool mitten. Have you gone deaf, Jersey? Where's your mamma? Mrs. Diane appeared behind Jersey, frightening her. She was a tall woman, taller than any other woman Jersey knew. She smelled like fryer grease. Jersey felt the guilt and shame inside herself like a stomach ache. She knew that Mrs. Diane must have been sent by Mama because she knew she was thinking about thieving. Maybe Mama was connected to Mrs. Diane too. Maybe Mrs. Diane was someone else's Mama, or someone else's baby. Mama's with me. Jersey left in a hurry with held breath and crossed fingers. Outside, the wind beat Jersey's face rouge. It was colder now than before. Jersey? It was Perla, her babysitter. She liked Perla because she would always let her watch late-night television. It would hum softly and run fingers through her hair until she fell asleep. Except this Perla was strange and witched. Her eyes were red and her hair was shiny, and she didn't seem at all affected by the cold December air leaning against the brick and her plum-colored tank top. Cough, cough. Go home, Jersey. And so Jersey ran off, terrified by her encounters with mean Mrs. Diane and that counterfeit Perla imposter. She ran until the lights of the gas station were blanketed by haze behind her, until the wooden utility poles turned to leviathans of metal and distant fields of tall grass. She passed the fire station and the Redemption Center and her church and Hattie's house with the furniture on the front lawn. Mama always brought up Hattie and her mama when Jersey needed a reminder that she had it better than other people. But as she went past and saw the kitchen light on and that litter of stray calico cats on the couch, she thought about how the home looked warm and imagined knocking on the door and asking to stay for dinner. She dismissed the thought as quickly as it came. Eventually, Jersey passed by a house she didn't recognize, and then another and another. It was then that it began to snow again, fat flecks of white descending down to earth. They stuck to the knit of her gloves and the wisps of hair that fell over her eyes. Her vision was obscured, and her nose was numb, and her stomach cramped with hunger. Her mind flickered back to sitting on those cold cement steps, watching all the other children get picked up one by one. Squinting at each car that meandered down the school zone, hoping to see the familiar shape of Mama's old Subaru. Making poor Miss Lorraine stay overtime on a cold early December night such as this one, waiting for a car that never came. Jersey crossed her fingers and held her breath and wiped hot tears off a cold face. It's Mama's test. Twist, but I think I will cut it off here. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy all the other readers. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Skiles. If you want to hear more about the rest of what happened to Jersey, as well as Skiles' other comics, you can go ahead and follow at Instagram at Cartoon Skiles. That is CartoonSkiles. Amazing work, and yeah, congrats, Skiles, for graduating. That's so wonderful. Okay, I think we've just got 2 more readers lined up for y'all. Lucy Haslam is an illustrator based in Bristol, UK. She likes stories about finding meaning in a slowly exploding world and letting textures do all the heavy lifting in her work. Okay. All right, and here we go.
Hi everyone, I'm Lucy and I'm excited that my comic Island is nominated in the fiction category at the Minicomic Awards this year. A big thank you to the Nominees Festival team for all the hard work they've done organising all the wonderful events that have been going on during the month. I'm based in the UK, so unfortunately that means I'm asleep right now, but it also means that I get to look forward to catching up on all the amazing readings that are going to take place tonight. So yeah, here is my comic, Island. The others were all rescued, but I washed up on an island, a small bit of land. The sand was black and white and red. I learnt afterwards that it was a new volcanic island, made when the tectonic plates underneath moved apart due to fracking. Really different from home, but still habitable. I slept in natural caves and ate only fish. I imagine you'll have gotten remarried. No, and I froze my eggs. Is everything exactly the same as when I left? Oh, we do hibernate now. What about all the other daily stuff? Well, when I felt the blood rolling down my leg the first few months, I don't know what I felt actually, but the clots were good for luring in the bigger fish, so I was sad for that reason when it did stop. One fish was really ugly, and I just cut my hair off as it got gross. To keep myself sane and pass the time, I told myself a story. Each day I'd walk around the island. It wasn't big, but I could usually find something new that had washed up, and I would spend the rest of the day adding it into my story. One time, I found some of my hair collected in a hole in the rock, my own little creature. That went in the story that day. And then something went wrong, right? Yeah, or the story went in a weird direction. No, I just did the same thing every day until I was rescued. The only changes were, sometimes I'd cry at bits of the story I'd previously found happy. Sometimes I'd laugh at the boring bits. It was always a strange surprise. Maybe I was still going insane. Clack, clack, clack. But as soon as I stepped onto the rescue boat, I completely forgot the whole of my story. No, I wanted to hear it so bad. It's probably really boring. Another drink? Yeah, I can stay for one more. I want to hear about your holiday. Chicken, beef, fish? Chicken this week. Can you do in 2 months? No, I'm hibernating then. Okay, 7 months. That works. I haven't seen the first one. No, we definitely went to the cinema. Did we? When? Oh, hey, did you remember that story yet? Oh, no, sorry. Oh, that's a shame. Just a reminder that you need to hit your quota for me to approve your hibernation time request. You never talk about the island anymore. The island? The volcanic one. Oh, sorry, sweetie, of course. Well, we've both been so busy. Something going on every day almost. I've set it all up for you since it's your first time. Isn't it exciting? You go to sleep and wake up, and it's the future. Do you dream while you sleep? I get odd flashes, but it's different for everyone. Clench your fist for the IV. Ouch. What if I get a bad dream? Drip, drip. It's only for 4 months. Don't worry, sweetie. It won't matter. Okay, thanks everyone.
What a beautiful piece. Give it up one more time for Lucy. Thank you so much for sharing your comic Island again. And if you want to find more, you can go ahead and follow and see more of Lucy's work at lucyhaslam.com, which that website link is also being dropped in the Zoom chat. And we've just got one more reader to close us out tonight. Thank you so much again to everyone who is coming, whether you're joining live or joining via recordings. We're so glad to have you. But last but not least, Xiaoni is a Taiwanese visual storyteller who dances around writing, drawing, and bookmaking. Her work revolves around marginalized memory and the emotional resonance of subtle moments. Employing narrative devices such as metaphor and silence, she explores how images and words can hold collective meaning that neither can carry alone. Get this last one queued up. And here we go.
Hello everyone, this is Xiao from Taiwan. The comic I'll be reading is based on my personal memories of snow, and I'll be reading in both Mandarin and English. I hope you enjoy this quiet winter story. 布莱顿 Brighton 离开台湾不过3个月，小岛上的一切已离我如此遥远。It's only been 3 months since I left Taiwan, yet everything about the island seems so far away. 来到英国后，播放清单里的英文歌反而变少了。I find myself listening to more Taiwanese music after moving to the UK. 你要我怎么否定？那终将是我认识世界的那一天。How could I deny? It was the day I got to know the world. 据说苏格兰语中有421个描述雪的词汇。They say there are 421 words for snow in Scots. 北回归线贯穿的台湾，傲热黏腻的身体无言以对。But my sticky, tropical body has no words at all. 但我曾经听过一个梦。Still, I once heard of a dream. 女孩走在盛夏的台北小巷里，忽然抬头，一片雪花落在眼睫毛上。A girl wandering in Taipei's back alleys in high summer, when suddenly a snowflake lands on her eyelash. 晚安，晚安，下雪了。布莱顿今年的第一场雪。Good night, good night. It's snowing. The first snow in Brighton this year. 雪国 Snow Country. 第一次看到雪是在川端康成的雪国。My very first time seeing snow was in Yasunari Kawabata's Snow Country. 穿过县界长长的隧道，一片雪白映入眼帘。The train came out of the long tunnel into a road of white. 观光客大多聚集在滑雪场或车站商店街。Tourists often flock to the shopping street or the ski resorts. 下午4点，天光已带着夜幕降临前的深邃，黄色路灯点点亮起。As dusk fell at 4 p.m., the warm yellow streetlights came on one by one. 我停下来等待拍照的友人跟上脚步，万籁俱寂，站在一片纯粹的丰盈虚空里。I slowed to a stop, waiting as my friend took pictures. All was silent. I stood in a space of pure and abundant emptiness. 一颗泪珠滑落，脸颊上微纹迅速消散。A single teardrop slid down. Its warmth faded swiftly from my cheek. 有一天，那颗眼泪会变成雪花，在某处落下。One day, it too will drift down as snow somewhere in the world. 雪人 The Snowman. 关于雪，最早的记忆来自绘本《雪人》。My earliest memory of snow comes from The Snowman. 男孩与他活过来的雪人朋友共度一晚美好时光。隔天早上，男孩打开门。The boy and his snow-made friend share a night of wonder and joy. But the next morning, All that remains is a puddle of meltwater. 直至今日，我仍无法忘怀上不识字的我第一次读那绘本的感受。As a child still unable to read, that first encounter with the wordless story has stuck with me. 雪人于1982年改编成动画，自此成为每年圣诞夜英国 Channel 4的例行节目。The picture book was adapted into an animated film in 1982 and has since become a Christmas Eve tradition on Channel 4 in the UK. 圣诞节前夕，我在 YouTube 上找到那部动画，雪人带着男孩走出门外，翱翔在雪花纷飞的夜色里。Before Christmas, I find the animation on YouTube. The snowman and the boy soar through a flurry-filled night sky. 突然，大雪中一栋熟悉的建筑闪过画面，是我去学校会经过的布莱顿皇家穹顶宫。Suddenly, a familiar building flashes across the screen. It's the Royal Pavilion, which I often pass by on my way to school. 20年后，我才发现雪人是发生在布莱顿的故事。It isn't until 20 years later that I realized the snowman has always been set in Brighton.
What a beautiful piece. Lovely set of vignettes. Thank you so much, Xiao, for sharing all of this comic. If you want to find more, you can follow at shaoniart.com. That is ShaoNiart.com for more of Xiao's comics. And I did lie to you before, because we actually do have one more comic that we have that is fresh in, that we have ready to go. So we have just one more ready for y'all as we close out today. Let me just queue up our info for this last reader. Miki Gal is from Budapest, Hungary, loves capturing people in everyday moments. Kiki Gal completed time at the Corvin Art School with a mentorship that helped refine artistic voice, has created illustrations for animated music videos, album covers, and a children's magazine. In November 2024, Miki's first children's book was published by Shimota, and Miki has since been shortlisted for the 2024 World Illustration Awards in the book cover category. Let's get this last one queued. And here we go.
If you have a walk, you have everything. Words and Pictures by Mitsuga. All right, kiddos. Mummy's out this morning. How about let's sail my new boat? Please, please, please. How about we cook something nice for lunch together? No, let's order pizza. I was thinking fried rice for a change. Can we just have pizza? Not today, but we can try out the new wok. To cook fried rice, the most important thing is the wok. If you have a wok, you have everything. We will surprise Mummy with a lovely homemade lunch. What do you mean? We don't need anything, just the walk? Are we going to eat the walk? And if we only had a walk, where would we live? I'm sure we would figure something out. All right, let's find that walk. I don't want to live in a walk, Dad. Daddy? Not now. I know you want to play. But you both will have to wait. Or where would we sleep? It's impossible to sleep in a walk, Dad. How would I play music? What would we wear? And now we know what a walk cannot be, but do we know where it could be? No, but can we just get pizza? We can't always have pizza. Well, there's some spinach pie from yesterday. Ew, almost lunchtime. Where is she going? Maybe we should check the garage too. Wait, Dad? The bathroom? Daddy, I found the walk. If you have a walk, you have everything. Can we play now? A little later. I'm home. Something smells nice. How was your morning? So good. We played with my boat. And ordered pizza. Surprise. The end.
Such a cute piece. Thank you, Michi, for sharing that. Pizza fried rice does sound extremely good. That would be wonderful. Yeah, I will drop Michi's Instagram here if you want to find more. That is Instagram at MICIGAAL. Thank you so much. All right, and that is actually the last comic on our list for tonight. Thank you so much for everyone who joined us for readings today. Reminder again that the Minicomic Awards are next Saturday, May 30th. You can find more info at mca.cartoonist.coop. Please make sure you join us for the full awards coming up on May 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, and we have more Nib and Inkfest coming up tomorrow for our second to last week on our end as well. You can find more info for all of our events over at nif.cartoonist.coop/events. That'll also let you keep up with everything that's going on in the marketplace, everything that's going on with all things Nib and Inkfest. And yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night.